And I used to think, oh, don't give me this gyan and all of that. Because, we feel at that point in time, I used to feel, okay, this is not true for me. I've recently, spoken in front of the Honorable Speaker of the Haryana Vidhan Sabha.
Yes.
And I came back and I was like, Mom, Mummy, मैं तो ऐसे बोल कर आई हूँ, मुझे बहुत मजा आया and all of
Like
that. And,
any one dream that you haven't talked about in your entire like career till now, but I wanted to share it today. So it's not only about participating. You have won so many competitions. So what's your agenda behind this? Like, what's your background story regarding it?
stop over relying on AI. That the problem is not with time management. The problem is that you are not able to manage your own self.
And even you are best at everything right now. So hello Lavanya, how are you?
Hi Janvi, I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Good to see you here. It's a privilege to have you here today. I was planning since so long to have a conversation with you. There was so much of alignments of different podcasts. This got a little later, but I wanted to take up yours first as a law student, as I have platform for basically for law students to motivate them, participate in competitions, tell them ki you can do it. Even being an OMS student for you, it's like quite complicated. When you come to Maharashtra altogether, there's some kind of discrimination or some type of tilt towards Maharashtrians only. I would love to hear your journey from being an ambassador, from being awards, reaching like MUNs, volunteering, even for that matter. I cannot even count how many competitions you have won till now, even for youth parliamentary debates altogether. It was a privilege to have you here today. So can you just introduce me about your journey? I'm excited to hear that.
First and foremost, thank you, Janvi, for your kind words. And it's an absolute delight for me to be here. I think my journey, to be very honest, it all started with me not making to the CLAT. So I think pretty much anyone who, Emmet CT wasn't my first choice. So I gave CLAT, couldn't get through. And landed up here in BS, and I'm really glad that I actually got admission into this college, because my college really pushed me towards many things and they never pulled my leg as such. I think the journey has been really incredible, full of learnings. I have learned a lot of things. I've met diverse people, got into debating, got into mooting, and many different aspects that pretty much makes the public speaking part. So yeah.
So, like, how do you manage all this all together? Because being a law student, you have so many assignments, you have so many works to do, like in colleges also. So, how do you manage both the things?
Okay, so I usually have this thing that I debate only at the beginning of the semester, not when the exams are reaching. First and foremost, whenever our exams are approaching, the college itself, they put a bar that, okay, you're not allowed for that particular time period because you have an exam. So I usually try to debate on the weekends, not on the weekdays. So just in case I have anything lined up on the weekdays, I just get that thing done. And on the weekends, preferably, I think something that starts, if I have a long weekend, then maybe it will extend to Monday or starting on Friday or something like that. So I choose, and preferably most of the competitions happen on weekdays, so weekends. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. So it's not only about participating. You have won so many competitions. So what's your agenda behind this? Like, what's your background story regarding it? I would love to hear that.
I have always done it for the joy of doing it. My journey in public speaking or MUN started, I think, back in class 11th. And I was into public speaking since I was, I think, the first time I spoke, it was when I was 3 years old. So, yes, definitely, because I think every time I've been there, my school has been very supportive. So, my journey towards MUN started when I was in 11th standard. Then COVID came. When I got into college, I started finding out, okay, Mumbai में कौन से MUN circuits active हैं. तो वहाँ से I started off, and whenever I go to any competition, my main intention is that I have to give my very best, and then things happen. Yeah, I just go with the flow. There's no particular thing कि मैं जा रही हूँ तो जीतूँ, ऐसा नहीं है.
Okay. So, and even like your mindset behind, participating in this competition, why do you feel what's the importance of doing all this in law, particularly in our career?
Okay, so I think number one, it teaches you how to. I think public speaking is very important. That's a key aspect of being in law. You
हाँ.
have to speak. In general, I think in life you take many different roles, and wherein it is important that you have that leadership kind of an instinct within you.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to law, it's essential because either you'll be practicing in court, or you're into public policy, or you are in anywhere in maybe in corporate or wheresoever you are. It's very important that you know how to communicate and how to articulate your ideas perfectly, or not, if not perfectly, maybe in a manner that's understandable to the masses rather. So I think I set out with this thing that okay, maybe I can do this thing in a better way, and I can grasp this faster, because I think alongside speaking skills, when you are into public speaking or whenever you are into any debating format, it just doesn't brush up your one skill.
हाँ.
You have your research part also that gets
Yes.
brushed up while you are debating, while you're researching for the topics and for your arguments. Second thing is that you're reading things, you read diverse opinions, you read
हाँ.
diverse academic pieces. So
Yes.
all of these things get also brushed up. So I think this entire speaking skill, or per se public speaking, has multiple benefits, and I think for law students that is the reason why it is important and should not be looked that okay, maybe it will look good on my CV. Because a lot of students, they do it, okay, I have to do n number of moots, I have to do n number of ADR competitions, because it will get me through a particular admission somewhere, maybe in an Ivy League school or somewhere outside. But I think for me, I personally did it because I enjoyed it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for highlighting that. And even like coming from Delhi and Faridabad altogether and coming to Mumbai, it would be quite difficult for you too. So, can you share your mindset regarding it also?
My CLAT didn't go well, and MHCT was my backup option.
Okay.
So ultimately, my backup rescued me, more or less. Now, when I was in Faridabad, I think I spent a majority of my school life pretty much here. I think I would say higher secondary school here. And then I got into college to Mumbai, and Mumbai has been very loving, very caring, I think, and very accepting also. So yeah, I think my mindset was, I never, to be very honest, I think I never had any particular intention that okay, मैं जा रही हूँ तो मुझे कुछ XYZ achieve करना है. I went there, the opportunities came, I took them, I took a chance. Sometimes I failed, sometimes I won, and yeah, and then things happened. So there was no particular plan per se. As and when things appeared in front of me, I took a chance and made things well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like your participation in even in platforms like PCGT and even IDIA. Can you share your experiences and what was it all about?
Sure. So PCGT is Public Concern for Governance Trust. It's an NGO. It works for the good governance and transparency and accountability in the government and in the governance rather. So I started off when I got to hear about it from my friend that okay, there is something called PCGT and it works for good governance. Now the idea of good governance actually intrigued me, because who doesn't want fairness in the governance, right? Practical. So I was like, okay, let's see, maybe if I can do something. So I applied, and I got through the interview process, and they accepted me. So then I became the campus ambassador from our college.
Okay.
Then I think throughout the 1 year, the entire process was that sometimes you have to you have to learn, or rather I think one time I kind of like, I don't know if that was escorting or rather helping Mr. Shailesh Gandhi sir. So in that particular thing, it was a session on RTI, Right to Information Act, where PCGT tells you how to draft RTI. So then I saw, okay, and they did it for free. It was not charged. It was for college students. And Mr. Shailesh Gandhi sir, who is one of the pioneers, so he was there, and I got to meet him and listen to his views. So that idea was one thing that kept me okay, then there is this thing. Then PCGT had, there was one particular event that actually struck a chord, where I felt that okay, maybe law is something that I always wanted to do, but when you see law in practicality, how it affects life, and when it touches you then and there. So there was this one time, I think 2 days after my birthday, so I got a random call from the concerned person, so Shivam sir. And he called me up and he said, Lavanya, we need someone who can go there. And they are a bunch of migrant workers. Now, they came from different states like UP, Bihar, and they came to Maharashtra for work. And so when I went there, I thought, okay, maybe it's just a normal session. I have to go and tell them about their rights and duties.
Huh.
I went there and I found out that, okay, some of them were actually harassed by their contractors. So some of those contractors kept their Aadhaar card and all of these things, and they wanted it back and they were denying them. So they asked me, okay, what can we do? So along with me, I've had some bunch of people who have had more experience than me. So I just guided them, okay, but whatsoever happened to you isn't right. Nobody can take away your personal documents like that. So all of these things. So when I saw that happening in front of me, okay, this is where the law applies. This is where law comes to life, I would rather say. So all of these things then helped me altogether. Then I went on to become PCGT's lead ambassador. So therein the experience was also very beautiful. I got to meet Mr. Julio Ribeiro, sir, and many other people. I just can't really recollect the few names,
Yes.
but amazing bunch of people I met, and I understood the importance of law, public policy, and good governance. How, and it's not just for the politicians, it's not just for the people who are into all of these procedures, but it affects each and every one's life. So all of these things, when I understood, so I felt that, okay, whatsoever I'm involving myself in is actually the right thing. Now coming towards IDIA, so IDIA, I heard about it when I was preparing for CLAT. So IDIA usually offers help, when it comes to law students like us. So in what capacity we contribute is that we help, or perhaps take their session, or help them with English, or maybe contribute or donate some money. So all of these things, I think, so this has been pretty much my experience. I've had a more in-depth experience with PCGT because I worked 2 years therein, but with the IDIA, I have a little experience because most of the things happen online. Yeah.
And coming to these things also, like as you said, like there are some low moments, right? When you fail, as you said, you have also failed. So how do you address those moments? Like, what's the mindset behind it to address those moments, adversities, and everything?
Uh, I think initially when I was in my teens, it used to hurt a little more than usual. Honestly, just like anyone else, you would feel that, oh, the you are the maybe the unlucky person on the earth, and nobody else knows your pain better than you yourself. सभी को लगता है, और पर्सनली मुझे भी यही लगता था back in the time. And which is actually, I used to think when my CLAT didn't go well, I felt that my world has ended. Now there's no option. I won't do well in life and all of these things. But I think that point in time, my father kept telling me that there's nothing like that. See things from a positive perspective. And I used to think, oh, don't give me this gyan and all of that, because we feel at that point in time, I used to feel ki, okay, this is not true for me. So all of these things used to hit me, but over time I realized that, okay, yes, things happen for a reason and for your better good only. So when all of this knowledge actually sinked in me, then I think I started to take failures or setbacks that came my way in a positive manner, I would say. And these, I mean, ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी भी चीजें नहीं होती है. There are times when I go to competitions and I don't make it through. But then I just realized that if I'm going to a competition and I've given my best, and I have the satisfaction at the end of the day, I don't care about results anymore. But if I have that personal satisfaction, I'm good to go. So yeah, I think that's what I
Do you,
preferably do.
or else do you practice any such hobbies per se to tackle these things, adversities, and everything?
The only hobby is maybe telling. First, I tell it to my mom that this thing has happened. Then I would tell it to my 2 to 3 best friends who live in different parts of the world. I would text them. I would send them a voice note. But then I think over time, I believe in God. I'm a God loving person, and then I surrender. Personally, I think, okay, then I start to have this acceptance that, okay, maybe whatsoever happened for my own good. And if I were to take my mind off, I would cook, I would go out somewhere, maybe sing, or do anything, any random thing, or maybe lie down and sleep or meditate, whatsoever. I mean, whatever at that point in time hit me, I'll do that. Yeah.
Best tagline, all rounder Lavanya is best suits you. Like this suits you everything. Like you mentioned from positivity to every single thing, like hobbies connecting to your family members. You have managed everything so well, and it's like I'm really grateful and glad to have you here today. Like really glad. I can't even express my words, but coming to your achievements altogether, even your positive mindset to tackle this everything, failures, adversities, and even coming to a country where, like, a city where you didn't want it to, and even you have managed anyhow to give your best, and even you are best at everything right now. So, like, a privilege to have you here. Seriously, Lavanya. Coming to your
Thank you so
vision,
much, Janvi. It's an absolute delight for me.
thank you. Like, any one dream that you haven't talked about in your entire like career till now, but I wanted to share it today here.
I would try my very best to, contribute towards child rights,
Child
because
rights.
that is the one thing where I feel, the strongest urge to contribute.
Okay.
Child rights and jurisprudence is one thing that really intrigues me, that really motivates me, and I think I'll try my very best to contribute towards the child rights. Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you. Coming towards your like advice to law students, you have any particular suggestions for them? You know it already. They are already engrossed in social media apps, reels, scroll karna, ye sab karna, distracted altogether. So, point of suggestion, like point of view from your side. I have to already said many things, but I need the point of view from your side.
I would say, honestly, there's one piece of advice I once heard.
Hmm.
So I read somewhere that the problem is not with time management. The
Hmm.
problem is that you are not able to manage your own self. So when I think ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑनेस्टली कि मैं रील्स स्क्रॉल नहीं करती, बट देन वेन एवर आई रियलाइज ओके ज़्यादा हो गया है, then I just completely cut off.
Hmm.
I think I block things off, and then I just escape from social media for 3 months, 6 months,
Hmm.
and people don't even realize that okay, she wasn't there.
Hmm.
So I do all of these things.
हाँ.
So I think मैं अपना social media I think इस तरह से ही restrict कर लेती हूँ, that after a while when I think that बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है, things okay, maybe I was way too, I take a step back, and yeah, I think
Managing your own.
that's what I do
हाँ.
for social media.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I were to share my own experience, I would say don't be afraid to take chances and risk. You never know where you'll land up.
हाँ.
So go ahead, and when things don't go well, don't think that it's the end of the world just because your plan didn't work out. So better things are lined up, and yeah, keep believing in yourself and keep working hard.
Actually, I was saying कि जैसे हमको participating in many competitions like in our colleges also, so they have the criteria of preparing for last moment, and we are given the topic instantly. We have to research and we have to talk about it. So coming to ChatGPT, you know the consequences. So how can students use another references for their research for preparing at the last moment? Even coming to the internships also, they have to research anyhow. So as you have did the certificate course, can you highlight your insights on that?
A lot of times I've seen people these days, even people who are younger than me, they find their way through chat gpt and all of these things. I think first and foremost, I personally believe that one should stop over relying on AI. Yes, it will help you. Yes, it is there for your making your life at ease, but you shouldn't over rely on it. So authentic sources will always remain authentic only. And I think for law students, I think even you might have also seen it, Janvi, that chat gpt will give you fake case laws,
Yes, exactly.
will tamper the facts of the case. So all of these things. So I think for legal research and research that are where you need to formulate arguments that are very extensive and that are very exhaustive also. So therein one must not rely upon the AI tools. Of course, to understand maybe things in a simpler way, you can definitely take help of the AI. I think for myself, if it's for moot, we always, I think me and my fellow teammates, we always rely on SCC online, Manu Patra if we have access to it, and then Supreme Court and High Court websites. For debates, etc., I read, I mean, now that I have practiced, so I read up on different things, and then I create different and separate documents in my Google Docs. So if I know, okay, education is a topic, then I'll just go find it out, have a particular quotation written there, and then it will help me. So, and sometimes when you have done n number of competitions, etc., a lot of times you also already remember things from your previous competition. So that is what helps me. But I would say one should not over rely on Chat GPT. Is what even I am also seeing trend these
Authentic,
days.
yes, they over
So
rely on
yeah.
it. Even coming to internships, also they what they are doing, कि जाते हैं when they go for internships, when they the advocate or senior counsel, when they say them to draft something, they just go on ChatGPT and they'll just copy and paste. I already mentioned कि he has thrown out interns from that inner office also because of these things only. So they need to know the importance of authentic sources and everything. हाँ.
Yeah, I mean, I would say authentic things will always remain authentic only,
हाँ.
and no amount of AI can ever replace that.
हाँ.
So, because I think, uh, had we all been very experienced,
हाँ.
then maybe you could take help from AI.
हाँ.
But we are at a juncture where we are still in the learning process,
हाँ.
where we are still growing,
हाँ.
where we are, learning.
Hmm.
So, we should not be shying away from working hard and researching and learning our ways through it. So I personally feel that, okay, if one has a lot of experience and they know, so if you have that particular, okay, I know कि मुझे पता है चैट जीपीटी में से मैं रेलेवेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन कौन सी है, आपको अगर वो स्किल आती है तो डेफिनेटली गो अहेड विद चैट जीपीटी, बिकॉज आई हैव सीन पीपल हु हैव दैट स्किल. But if you do not know, if you even don't know the basics, then you will never be able to differentiate, okay, this is the wrong part of the facts or this is the right part. These are true facts or these are the false facts that ChatGPT is giving you. So in order to even identify that a particular case law is fake, you must know the case law already, right? आपको पता तो होना चाहिए कि भाई ऐसा कुछ केस लॉ हुआ भी था कि नहीं. So I think yes, one must not over rely on ChatGPT and just, I mean, what they say, that old way might be little hard for us, but it definitely would yield you good results. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So, role of family is the major support, I would say, for you.
Yes, my family is like my backbone. Today, if I have anything and if I've learned anything, it's all because of my family members. My mom, she's the one who would always keep me grounded. She, even if I, no matter, I'll speak. I've recently, spoken in front of the honorable speaker of the Haryana Vidhan Sabha.
Yes.
And I came back and I was like, Mom, Mummy, मैं तो ऐसे बोलकर आई हूँ, मुझे बहुत मजा आया and all of that. And my mom is like, okay, but there are n number of things that you have to achieve and all of that. So she always makes me feel very grounded, and it is not just because it has started happening recently. It has been happening since I was a child. So, and the good thing is that both my parents, they never compare. So I never grew up in an environment where me and my brother are compared. Never. My friends at school, my friends at college also. So they are really nice people, because in Mumbai, I think they are my family. So when I say family, I also include my friends also.
We know the backbone of yours now, clearly. Even I had so much of learnings from you, and even you have shared so many insights. Coming to your so many achievements, ambassadors, and even coming to debates, competitions, youth parliament. Can you share your experience regarding youth parliament? I want to hear that. How did you reach there?
So okay, so that was the Viksit Bharat National Youth
Yes.
Parliament. So earlier it used to be called National Youth Parliament. I think at times, Shayad, I think most of the people might have seen it on reels. The speech of Shweta Umre, where our Honorable Prime Minister Sir was also present. I think it was back in 2019, I guess. I'm not really sure about the year. So I think I was in 11th back then, and that is when I saw the video for the first time. So I was so captivated by her speech. I was like, okay, one day I wish to do the same thing. And I think I was few days back, before this particular thing came out. So I was preparing for my debate competition at college. So me and my teammate were looking for speeches for motivation, because we were out of practice for a long time. So we were like, okay, let's maybe hear some of the best speeches. साल का विनर कौन है.
हाँ.
Then I found out, oh, okay, the competition is still on and they are still accepting
हाँ.
the applications.
हाँ.
So I was like, okay, let me apply. So I applied then and there. So for this, you have a particular procedure. So you make your ID on My Bharat Gov,
हाँ.
and so therein you have to upload your 1 minute video. So the topic for this year, particularly for that screening round, was what does Viksit Bharat mean to you? So I gave 1 minute speech. It was recorded, and then you upload the video. From therein, through screening process, they select particular candidates or rather participants from a particular district. So then the district round happened. It had a different topic. So therein, I spoke for 3 minutes. Then I got selected for the state round. I was, I think, second in my district.
हाँ.
Then from the state round, I got the opportunity to speak at the Haryana Vidhan Sabha in front of the Honorable Speaker Shri Harvinder Kalyanji.
जी.
And yeah, I think for this particular competition, I had put a lot of effort and did the best of everything to the best of my abilities.
हाँ.
So experience was, I think, incredible. I met amazing bunch of people, got to learn a lot of things. I mean, sitting at the Vidhan Sabha was surreal experience, to be very honest, because I I mean, I was like, okay, this is where all the MLAs, they sit here, they face laws that has been affecting or have a lot of effect on my life and people around me. And when you sit on that particular chair, you have a different experience altogether. So that was so amazing experience, and when I gave my speech, I felt so good, and it was really beautiful experience. And for that, I'm really grateful to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Yeah.
So thank you for joining this session. Had a great, really great talk with you, and even hearing your insights even would benefit me and even benefit all the law students that would be hearing, even the young lawyers and legal professionals altogether. Because in so much of like coming to your age also, it's like you, even you are 1 or 2 more years apart from me, counting on me also, so 23 or 22 altogether, but achieving so much more than others, I would say. Young
21.
heart. Okay, 21 altogether, so it's like immense achievements. Immense बोल सकते हैं अभी के लिए तो, like even if I see somebody around me, I haven't seen such a person like you. So बहुत अच्छा लगा आपके साथ सुन के, like sharing your insights. You even took a initiative to share this insight, so thank you for sharing that too, coming to our platform and sharing this. Thank you for that. I would really be grateful for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Janvi. And I think through this, if someone else out there, उन्हें कुछ help होती है, तो I would be, the most happiest person.
हाँ.
So yeah, and great initiative by you. Keep doing it, and all the best. And all the best to everyone who's listening. Keep believing in yourself and keep working hard. Yeah.
All the best to you too. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank you.
this.